Now, this is the Vitamin K2 MK7. First and foremost, it's the first Today Special we've had since 2022. Lowest price ever. The 720, though, my friends, has not been seen since 2018, and it's the only time of the year that you're going to receive the 720.
And for Vitamin K2, which is incredibly expensive, for Vitamin K2 to be available at this price, and you look at the large size, again, incredibly affordable. We do the 720 capsule supply once per year, and we try, because there's only so many visits I do, we try to combine a number of Today Specials because that's the best opportunity to save. And again, everything is made here. That was all bottled directly behind me here, which is, for me, amazingly fun to be able to do, to invite you into our home. So when you're looking at our 720 capsule supply, again, that's a product that's a little over $0.10 a capsule. What does it come to? It's about 15 cents a capsule in that size. So for an ingredient that is remarkably expensive, that is incredibly affordable, a little more than $0.10 a capsule. You just need to take one capsule per day. Even if you took one capsule every other day, you're still getting a benefit. I'd recommend one capsule per day. But Vitamin K2 MK7, I've been speaking about it for more than 20 years. It's something that finally the research and science is catching on. Just as I started talking about the critical importance of vitamin D back in 1979, 44 years ago, and it was a principal ingredient in all of our formulas, our vitamin D. Vitamin K2 is the same. It's an ingredient that, like vitamin D back in the day and for a couple of decades later, wasn't getting the attention, wasn't getting really the support it deserved, that it needed. Now we finally know how important, how critically important vitamin D is. You wouldn't want to go a day of your life without having a healthy vitamin D level. So when we're talking about vitamin K2 MK7, we're talking about a critical aspect of heart health. We want if our heart is going to remain healthy as we age, then it means our coronary arteries, which are the arteries that feed our heart, those coronary arteries have to remain uncalcified. We don't want calcification to take place in those coronary arteries. We don't want calcification to take place in the valves of our heart. Calcification is a process. We want calcium in our bones, a good thing for bone strength. That avoids osteoporosis and osteopenia. But we don't want calcium to be deposited elsewhere. We don't want it deposited in our joints. Most importantly, where I started, we don't want it deposited in our coronary arteries, in our arteries and blood vessels in general, in the valves of our heart. What's exciting about vitamin K2 MK7, vitamin K1 is an entirely different story, an entirely different molecule. It's vitamin K because in German, where it was discovered, the word for coagulation, as in blood coagulation, begins with a K. Vitamin K2 MK7, we're not taking it for any reasons pertaining to blood coagulation. We're taking it for reasons of calcium, which begins with a C. But vitamin K2 MK7 specifically deals with calcium, its utilization, its movement, where it's deposited, its deposition in our bodies. We want vitamin K2 MK7 to be, we want it to be retained in our bones. We don't want it deposited in our coronary arteries, in the valves of our heart, and other areas. That's what vitamin K2 MK7 does. It is more or less the traffic cop that decides where it goes and where it's not supposed to go. And it does it remarkably well. The clinical studies only keep rolling in positively for the incredible role it plays. It's one of those vitamins I wouldn't want to go a day without.
I agree. I feel the same way. And Andrew, I wanted everyone to see, look at how tiny this capsule is.
Tiny, and
itty bitty teeny tiny.
And we sell the 720 capsule supply, even better yet, the 360 capsule supply. We sell tens of thousands of bottles throughout the year at the $129 HSN price. So if you take $10 off the HSN price for a 360 capsule supply, you take $10 off that, or you take, what am I saying? You take $20 off that. Take $20 off the price of that normal 360 capsule supply throughout the year, and we'll send you a 720 capsule supply. So it's not buy one, get one free. It's better than buy one, get one free. Again, we haven't done this 720 for about 5 years.
Exactly.
And this is an even better price than before. So best pricing ever. So it's an incredible value, and that's 720 capsule supply. Vitamin K2 MK7 is incredibly stable. If you took 1 capsule per day, in 2 years, you'll finish the bottle, and that last capsule will be just as potent, just as beneficial as the first capsule. And think about that, a 2-year supply for $109, that means it's less than $5 a month for an incredibly affordable and incredibly potent and powerful vitamin. You don't want to be without it. You don't find it in multivitamins, except mine, actually.
Exactly.
We're adding vitamin K2, a small amount of vitamin K2 MK7 to Essential 1.
Oh,
so,
we are.
So
we are. Like I'm doing it. You are.
No, you'll be seeing this. Yes, we are. You'll be seeing that. We'll do that in the spring. We don't add a full 120 micrograms. I believe we're adding 40 micrograms, but that was a decision I made a few months ago because it's so important. It should really be present to some degree in every multivitamin. But now, with the 120 micrograms you get here, it really is, this is a great level, the perfect level, to really see the benefits, as according to the science, the literature, to see the benefits in the flexibility of our coronary arteries. And if it's often an interesting question. If you're asked, when we look at flexibility and resiliency, in terms of our skin wrinkling, in terms of our joints, how well we move around, in terms of our arteries, the one of those three that bears on how well really and how long we live, it's how flexible we keep our arteries. Yeah, we want to have skin that's not wrinkled and is elastic and resilient and flexible. We want joints that are resilient and flexible so we can move around and do all the things we like to do. But in terms of really longevity and health and wellness, we want those blood vessels and arteries to remain flexible. And that's what vitamin K2 MK7 is all about. Plus, it keeps calcium in your bones too. So it's critical, as is calcium and vitamin D, for bone health. So it does both.
It does. And just to remind everyone, the 720 that you're looking at, this is it. So this is the only time of the year that you're going to get the 720. The savings huge, huge, huge on the 720. So item number 077631. Please do not miss it. And I'm telling you, when you look at this little itty bitty teeny tiny pill that you can't even probably even see in my fingers, easy to swallow and always gentle, even to the most sensitive stomachs. Well, as Andrew was talking about the importance of the vitamin K2, let me tell you what. The companion that I'd love to mention, I believe for everyone also, and I know we don't have a full airing on it, but huge customer pick, like 91% of the reviews are perfect 4- and 5-star, the CalMag.
By the way, all the products we're talking about in this hour are 95% positive reviews,
Sure are.
almost 90% 5-star reviews.